A shocking new lawsuit against Donald Trump was revealed this week. It was filed about a week and a half ago in the state of Arizona, alleging that Donald Trump, for almost a decade, has been running a massive human trafficking ring, including during his time in both his first term in the White House and his second term in the White House. He has been, according to the lawsuit, grooming women since the day they were born. And that's where the lawsuit kind of goes off the rails a little bit. It also names as other plaintiffs Elon Musk and Bill Gates and the Gates Foundation, because the lawsuit alleges that the Gates Foundation is what Donald Trump used to cover all of this up, silence the victims, and of course attempt to murder them. To put it another way, you're going to start hearing a lot of news about this lawsuit because does make some pretty shocking allegations, but it all seems to be rooted in the long-standing right-wing conspiracy that the Gates Foundation is somehow behind every nefarious thing in the world. Let me read this to you. Again, I can't say for certain that this is all total BS, but I'm not really believing any of it. The plaintiffs in the lawsuit, whose names have been redacted, accused Trump and others of operating an 8-year trafficking and exploitation venture that began in 2018 and has continued and escalated under the current Trump administration. So Trump started this human trafficking ring while he was president of the United States during his first term. Kind of busy doing some stuff, making an ass of himself every day. But in between that, he somehow managed to start a human trafficking ring as president of the United States. Now, listen, I hate the guy. I hate every single thing he does and says. I would love nothing more than to see him spend the rest of his life in prison for the crimes we know he's already committed. But I don't buy this for a second. And this is incredibly damaging to real victims. It continues, and it gets wilder. The plaintiffs accuse Trump of grooming the lead plaintiff in the lawsuit, an unnamed minor on whose behalf the lawsuit was filed, starting in 1998, the year the plaintiff was born. The year the plaintiff was born is when Trump allegedly started grooming her. Grooming involves a lot of psychological manipulation. You can't psychologically manipulate an infant. That's not even possible. That's why this is so not believable. They accused Trump of using Gates' Gates Foundation as the primary cover and silencing mechanism to continue the operation, as well as facilitating coordinated sexual assaults. The plaintiffs also allege that the minor plaintiff's infant daughter was taken from her as punishment for filing lawsuits, which they argue was identical to Epstein's use of custody threats against mothers who sued. Additionally, the plaintiffs accused Trump and the other named defendants of having attempted to murder the lead plaintiff no fewer than on 5 separate occasions between 2023 and November of this year, including by way of poisoning, vehicular assaults, and orchestrated physical attacks designed to appear accidental. So you mean to tell me that the president of the United States, the most powerful man on the planet, combined with the wealthiest man on the planet to have ever existed, the two of them together couldn't figure out how to get rid of some random person? Like they tried 5 times and kept failing? I mean, look, both the guys are pretty incompetent, but I would think between their money and power and connections, they would have been able to do that. At least on the second try, right? I mean, you go 5 tries, then you don't get it. I don't know. Nothing about this is believable to me. But the biggest problem is that this seems like it was filed by somebody that does need help. And I don't know that that individual is going to get help. And that's what's so horrible. They need it. Another part of this is I don't want anybody seeing headlines about this lawsuit and thinking like, holy hell, we got him. Look at this. Oh my God, this is great. It's not. Don't again, I wouldn't believe this for a second. I don't believe it for a second. As much as I despise that guy, as much as I would love to see something, put him in jail or hold him accountable, this ain't it. So be wary of anything you hear about this lawsuit, because nothing in it sounds even close to being believable. Scientists recently discovered a new evolutionary trait in puppies, and it's that they cannot grow up and reach their full potential unless you subscribe to this channel. Don't do it for me, folks. Do it for little Atlas and Judge here. Good boys. You do good. You want to say something? No? Okay.